Okay, so today I'm going to do the presentation on how to name the compounds, like including ionic and covalent compounds. And so first we will have to ask if that is the metal or non-metal. I mean, if it's ionic or covalent, and if it's ionic, we next gonna ask if that is charged, fixed charge metal, or if a variable charge metal. And so if it's a fixed charge metal, we're gonna just say the name of the metal. For example, NaCl, we're gonna just say the cation like sodium. And for the variable charge cation, for example, we like CuCl2, we going to say copper 2 in parentheses, like the numeral and Roman numeral in the parentheses. Okay, and that's for the cation for the metal. And then for the monoatomic anion, so the cation is always written first in the name, and then the anion is written second in the name. The name change for these anion by adding IDE at the end. So for example, like the earlier example, NaCl, for the cation, we should only say sodium, but for the Cl is the anion and it's always go at the end. And so we are going to say the Cl is the chloride, adding IDE at the end of the chlorine, so it's made it chloride. Also for the covalent bond, we will have to add the prefix. So the formula for the covalent bond is the prefix, and then come after prefix is the non-metal, the first non-metal name, and then come after that is the prefix plus the second non-metal name plus IDE at the end, like IDE at the end of the second non-metal name. And for the polyatomic anion, like monoatomic anion, we also write the like for the polyatomic anion, we also write the cation first in the name, and then the anion written in the second of the name. And for this one, we don't change the polyatomic ion to end with IDE. We only simply say the name of the polyatomic ion after the cation. We don't change the name of polyatomic ion. It means no IDE at the end. No IDE at the end. Yeah. And so there are 5 examples of naming. It's the first example is CuCl2. So the name is copper 2 in Roman numeral in parentheses, and then chloride. So the Cu is the variable charge. Cu has variable charge, and then the chloride at the end we add IDE. The second one is MnNO3 2. The name is manganese 2 nitrate. And remember, like the polyatomic ion, anion right here is the NO3. We don't add IDE at the end, but we just simply say the nitrate is names. The third example is PbSO4, and the name is lead to sulfate, like the other one earlier. The SO4 is polyatomic ion, and we don't change the name. We only say its name is sulfate at the end after the cation. And then the fourth example is NaOH, and again OH is polyatomic ion named hydroxide. This hydroxide, they have like IDE at the end, but it's their name. It's not we added into it. And then the last one is Fe2SO4 3, and the name is iron 3 sulfate. And then there's another 5 example of the formulas writing is Ni3PO4 2, and the name is nickel 2 phosphate. The second one is C2H4O2. The name is cobalt 3 acetate. The third one is Ag2S is silver sulfate. And the next one is SO2 is sulfur dioxide. This one is the covalent bond, and the sulfur, the sulfur, the first non-metal one is there's no prefix because it's only one, and then the second one is O2 because it has 2 oxygen, so we have to add the prefix in front of the second non-metal, so dioxide, and then we add IDE at the end. And then the last one is CuOH2. The name is copper 2 hydroxide. And yeah, that is my presentation about naming the compounds, ionic and covalent compounds.